Hello and welcome to Outdoor Oklahoma. My name is Casey Harriet. I'm the R3 coordinator for National Wild Turkey Federation and the Department of Wildlife Conservation. And today I have Dallas Barber here, the Big Game Biologist, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the deer forecast. We always have an episode leading up to deer season, and this is it.
Yeah, so finally fall has arrived and it's time to start thinking about deer hunting. We've already been through a couple weeks of archery season here. Muzzleloader has passed. We're getting into rifle season and things are looking on the up and up. Usually I'm sitting here with Todd Craighead, but we've changed things up a little bit this year. I'm with Casey Harriet, our R3 coordinator for the department, along in partnership with the National Wild Turkey Federation. Casey, you want to tell these people kind of what it is that you do or what R3 is?
Yeah, so R3 stands for Recruitment, Retention, and Reactivation. So I like to say in layman's terms, essentially I help to create programs and initiatives that get people outside and hunting. That includes providing educational content, workshops, classes, and just keeping the public informed. And what better way to be informed by Dallas Barber telling us a little bit about the outlook of deer season coming up. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so like I'd said, we've kind of gone through parts of our deer season here. We're getting ready for rifle season and things can't look any better. We finally have gotten some weather to cooperate with us. Temperatures are looking great. So I'm really hoping that people will kind of take advantage of that and head out into the field.
Okay, so can you tell us what kind of food sources are on the ground this time of year?
Yeah, so this time of year, most of our natural food sources are kind of starting to dry up. So those natural forbs that are available, throughout early October and into the very end of October, they're really starting to dry up. The acorn crop this year across most of the state was pretty prolific. Yeah. So that's still definitely a viable food source for most of our deer across the state where oak trees do exist. One other kind of curveball that's happening right now is with all the drought, a lot of these farm crops are pretty late in regards to being planted, put in the ground, growing, and being an available food source for our deer. So depending on kind of where you're at, what your rainfall has looked like here, and some of the practices that those farmers are utilizing, that can become a very, very good food source for deer here throughout, most of rifle and into kind of the late season archery game.
Okay, everybody's going to ask about chronic wasting disease or CWD.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so as far as chronic wasting disease goes, everything is going to be pretty much just like it was last year, where we've got, a couple of established SSAs across the state. When I say that, I mean a selected surveillance area. Okay. These are boundaries that we've set to kind of limit the spread of infectious material with that disease. So those can be found in Cimarron County, Texas County, and Woodward County. You'll see a slight change here to the Cimarron County SSA due to an additional positive that was found. So we've picked up one additional positive since kind of all of the initial establishments of those SSAs. Within those surveillance areas, you'll be able to find voluntary drop-off freezers. So that's where any of our constituents that have harvested a deer can have that deer tested for chronic wasting disease. It's a pretty simple process. Just take your deer there, follow the instructions that are on those freezers, and we'll get results back to you as soon as we get them from the lab.
Okay, one of the things that our public is very interested in is our public lands and where they can go hunt. So Dallas, can you tell us a little bit about our public lands here in Oklahoma?
So we've got ample opportunity as far as public hunting options go. The department manages a little over 1.3 million acres across the state that's available for our hunters to access. The one kind of caveat to that is with rifle season coming up, not all of our WMAs are open to gun season. So that's something to be very mindful of. The first kind of step that I always tell people to take is head to our website, know where you live, or kind of set yourself, I only want to drive an hour, I only want to drive this far, and go to our interactive map. From there, you can kind of pick and choose what places look good to you or what places you think are kind of within those parameters, and then go to those individual WMA regulations and see if that WMA is open to gun season or not.
Okay. I know in addition to that, there is the ArcGIS field maps, and that's a really good handy tool to have on your phone to download, and it will show you in real time at the location of the WMA, or you can zoom in and see where around you, where WMAs are around you, and it has really cool markups. You can get driving directions right to the WMA, and so that's a really handy tool to have in your pocket as well, especially when you're there hunting in the WMA. Okay, I know that there's a different licensing setup this year. Can you you explain a little bit about that?
So there have been some changes in licensing. You know, in years past, you had to buy a license, a method license for each deer that you wish to harvest. We've kind of gotten rid of all of that and made it as simple as we possibly can, where all you have to purchase is an annual hunting license, and then you have to purchase a method license, so, you know, a deer archery license or a deer muzzleloader license, so on and so forth. And that whole bag limit is included in that cost. A couple other changes, you know, we've made it as easy as ever for youth hunting with that youth super license. So it's, you know, a one fixed price, and they can hunt basically anything that they want in the state of Oklahoma. There have been some changes in non-residents as well. Prices have gone up for them, and also to include having to purchase a non-resident hunting license as well. So just a couple changes here and there, but for the most part, it's made it a heck of a lot easier to deer hunt in our state.
Yeah, it sounds way more simple now.
Yeah.
Well, Dallas, we sure appreciate having you here today. Is there anything you'd like to say before we...
Yeah, I mean, I just always want to wish everybody a good luck, you know, during this upcoming rifle season. Our hunters have really kind of taken it to heart with the Hunters in the Know Let Young Bucks Grow and Hunters in the Know Take a Doe campaign that we've been pushing here for the last couple years. Antlerless harvest is still as important as ever. They've done a really good job over the last 3 or 4 years at kind of meeting those recommendations that we have, as far as 40 to 45% of our total harvest being made up of antlerless deer. So keep up the good work, and good luck this next rifle season.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And we just want to remind you that we do these Learn to Hunt virtual classes every year. We have a variety of topics, including rifle, muzzleloader. We even cover turkey. So please check our outdoor calendar for all of our events. And happy hunting, guys. Thank you.